We are back here on another Anomaly Friday, even though I just made that up. It definitely is Friday, and we're definitely checking out some anomalies. And just 10 days after the end of hurricane season, we have our first named winter storm, Winter Storm Atticus. And what's interesting is what shot right over this winter storm. We could see it right here, Atticus. We had a big meteor sighting across all the Great Lakes just last night. You're looking at the user reports right now, just underneath Michigan and Lake Huron. And as we move a little bit more to the east, we're looking at 60-degree temperatures in the northeast. One of those Indian summers. I hope everyone's having a good start to their Friday. We're going to talk about this stuff right here, right now. Let's go. Well, it is Friday, my friends. Thank you very much for being here. December 10th, 2021. You're looking at a meteor sighting that shot down from Canada, or at least the direction of Canada, in through the United States. Very cool sighting here. And what's interesting is what ties all these events together. The winter storm, the meteor, and the hot-cold cutoff to the northeast, all taking place at the same moment, basically. We are here on American Meteor Society, and one thing you'll notice is that the bulk of the sightings that have multiple witnesses, once again, are taking place on the eastern half of the United States. As we can see right here, this event had 66 reports and the videos to prove it. This one credit to Jeremy Lance right here on American Meteor Society. Looks like a blue shot of light across the sky. Always cool to get visuals like that when it comes to the meteors. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pause this here. You are looking obviously at this winter storm, big strip of moisture that's covering about 12 different states right now. So we can see why this is being dubbed a winter storm. The amount of population within the vicinity of it is usually what gives it a name. And the weather.gov county by county chart gives us a very good idea of where exactly the biggest effects of this storm will be. It is the time of year for stuff like this, my friends. We're already in December 10th, 10 days after hurricane season ends. So we're right at that seesaw area where we get situations like this. A very warm and mild out of season few days coming up for the northeast, beginning today, actually, at least in my area. And it's going to last a little bit. I'll get back into the storm in a minute, but take a look at these temperatures. It almost looks like we're yin-yang in here on the United States. And you're going to see as I extend this through Saturday and Sunday, it seems to get more and more warm, especially along those eastern coasts, the immediate coastal areas with the front end of the low pressure system and the winter storm above it. So in a way, think of a low pressure system here spinning counterclockwise, drawing up that warm air. It's being pulled from the Caribbean and from the Gulf. And as it's wrapping this way, it's pulling the cold air down on this side of the low pressure system. So it gives you a little bit of an idea of how it's so cold here. But as it's pulling up the warm air's got to go somewhere, and that is right up the eastern seaboard and the northeast itself. And these rare situations end up with the northeast getting a little bit of a springtime feel. In this graphic here provided by the Weather Channel, you're seeing a Saturday forecast, and this gives you a better idea of what I was just talking about, the pulling up of the warm air and or moisture. So we can see the green here is rain mixed in with the warm air from the Caribbean and the Gulf, and just as it gets basically to the Canadian border or the Great Lakes, we see where that cutoff of cold air is. And keep in mind, counterclockwise spin right here is pulling up the warm airflow just like a nor'easter, and as it buckles down back to the southwest, that is the pull down of the cold air. So we can almost see a little corkscrew right here of where the cold and warm air is actually blending into each other. And then one more time, as I drag our cursor to current time, we begin to see where that buckle is going to take place. It's right about here now, but once it pulls up and that spin and the momentum of the counterclockwise spin reaches its peak, that buckle is going to suck right up into this area. And that's exactly what we're seeing right here. And very quick on our total snowfall chart here, take this with a grain of salt. We may have heavier depths as well. This is basically a guideline, but picture the middle of that storm, the centralized low pressure area mixed in with the Great Lake effects. We could be looking at anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of snow in a very short period of time. This is going to stay semi-flat along the top half of the country. We're not looking at any dips down in this area too much. We're still in that warm air from the Caribbean and the Gulf that's going to keep this mostly rain on Saturday, which is also the warmest of the days I've noticed in the northeast. Some areas hitting 60 plus degrees. So we'll see what happens with the wind and stuff like that. That's what they're calling for around Lake Michigan, in Michigan itself, and Lake Huron. We're looking at some heavy, heavy winds, 60 plus miles an hour in some places. That's going to move some snow. Wow, and I almost left this out of the video, but I want you to take a look at this radar signature over Havana, Cuba. Anybody can go check this out. If you go to windy.com and then set the settings for your radar satellite, you will see that at every single day around 7:45 a.m. we get this weird carousel spinning little wheel top thing. It certainly doesn't look natural, but certainly looks very cool. Now, I haven't spent too much time digging into this. It could be something simple. It could be something not so simple, but I wanted to share it with you guys and see if we can make any sense of this. Your guess at this point is as good as mine. I'm going to leave you some links and some information of how you can read about this stuff and continue to follow it as time goes on. I didn't want to keep you guys here too long on this Friday. I appreciate all of you that watched this video. Questions or concerns, please leave down below. Canada, this is one of your first significant storms as well. So very big shout out to you. Everyone be safe, and I will see you all in the next video. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk later. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel, and trust me, you won't be disappointed.